Hey everybody. This is time for Norse. What units can beat Legend Soloi. I do this with every civilization, I just haven't done it with Norse yet. First thing I want to start out with is the chief unit you want to use in combination with every single unit you ever use in this game. Now, his buffs really do help the infantry the most, but he does help even your archer units. If you can take one extra hit from a fort or one extra hit from a tower, it's more time you have to collect resources to get them ready to make a new archer unit. So he is very useful also because he is Norse infantry. He can build things like outposts. So if you do need some line of sight, he can throw it up pretty quickly. He's decent at building things like walls, but if you're trying to build barracks or archery ranges or anything like that, he is pretty slow. I don't use priests, and the war dogs I don't use either. We're going to go right to left, and the log thrower and the, I don't know how to pronounce that, but the siege is pretty much something you don't want to use with this civilization. You want to try to team up with somebody that has better siege units. The horseman, he will work. He will beat cavalry very well, and he'll beat siege very well. You need to look out for infantry like pikemen, but if you have a horseman, you're going to have bowmen backing you up, so infantry is not going to be a problem. The only thing that you're going to run into that might cause you some delay is other archer units. But besides that, he will do you just fine. Now, the Raider, he's a fun unit to have, but he's just not going to work for this, so don't even try. The Skirmisher, same thing. Now, when it comes to your bowmen, I like the Norse bowmen. My bowmen have 33 range, which is not a lot of range at all. It's less than my Gastros at 34 when I have them completely stacked for 97 DPS. But one thing I do like about them is they have no wind-up time. They have an upgrade that lets them commit 20% snare that does work against legendaries. I've seen it happen. Now, if you're really good and you want to add Cosmos onto this, which is an age 3 advisor, it'll add even more snare. I don't remember what it is. I think it's 25%, 30%. So you're looking at almost 50, somewhere around 50% snare. And it does work. I just have not grabbed Cosmos yet, so I can't guarantee you that advisor works, but I can guarantee you the snare works. Now, the Berserkers, on the other hand, there's two things you got to remember. Well, three things, technically. One, where your trade route is, you need to make sure it's perfectly clear. The second thing is you need at least 15 caravans alone, and your co-op partner is going to be a bowman of some sort, so they only need 10 caravans. You do not want any more than that, or they're going to get bunched up, and you're going to get even less gold than you want. And then you need 20 other villagers on gold alone. So you're going to want to get your gold mine and the south gold mine, where I always build my second town center at the very beginning of the game. After that, you're going to want to get every gold mine possible while leaving attacking, I'd rather say, while attacking and leaving your base. And your co-op partner needs to understand they cannot touch those gold mines, because your cost is 140 gold per unit. And now that's if you have no gauntlets on here. Now if you're going to put gauntlets on this unit, that price is going to go up. So what the good thing is if you have a Gastro player or a Persia Bowman player, they're going to lose 0 units. You're going to take all the abuse, so that even if they do need to replace units, their 10 caravans will bring them enough gold. The Ulfhedens fail at pathfinding in Marion, but they redeem themselves very well here. And here's why. The pathfinding's not an issue here. I don't know why, it just isn't. They have 8 speed, which is really crazy quick. Against cavalry, their multiplier is 1.5, and against bowmen, it's 3.0, which is insane. And even though it's 3.0 at 8 speed, they can get to them really fast. The only thing you have to worry about is infantry. But the best part about co-op is this unit can kill everything besides infantry, and bowmen just slaughter infantry. So you're going to want a bowman behind this guy. And one of you, preferably your partner, because your siege is just garbage, has some type of siege to take down walls and forts. Pals are probably the best, but if you're Greek, ballistas will do just fine. And you will see that this combination with this unit with bowmen work very well also. The Harjar I just wouldn't use. You're not going to make the 15-minute mark real easy to be 100%. You can use it, but I would avoid it. If you're going to go with something like this, your spearmen will just work just about just as well. The Harjar is not as good. Some people are confusing the Harjar up with the long swordsman, but there's things people are forgetting about that. Is one, the Harjar is missing one extra piece of gear. It is not, the stats are not as good. They are slow at a 6 speed instead of 7. There's a lot of different things. The Bard Hall that the Norse don't have all those upgrades. So do not compare these guys to the long swordsmen. You're going to be very highly disappointed. The spearmen, just like all other spearmen, cheap, efficient. They'll take 2 hits. They'll kill cavalry very easily. Really quick to train. You'll have no problem with this once you get all the upgrades, of course, for training. And if you just want to pump them out left and right, you can. But the best unit to use, remember, with the chiefman, is the throwing axeman. I believe, honestly, this is the best tanking unit in the game by far. 930 hit points for this unit at the best that I have found so far, with all the advisors and gear, the chief. 930 hit points for a 1 population unit. That's including legendary greaves, so they are a little slow. They're at 4 speed, but that's okay. Trust me, that is okay. If you want to bring up their speed just a little bit, you can use the H3 advisor. That gives 10% speed. But the best thing about this unit is A, it's a meat shield unit and it can take 3 to 5 hits from a legendary. That's a lot. B, other meat shield units, only a handful can hit the target. This one, because they have attack range of 10, it's not much, but they can kill anything that hits the front line. So they attack as a group, not as a few individuals. If you want to see this unit in action, you can check my Legend Soloi video with the throwing axemen. You will see that they are highly effective. They kill infantry very well. The only thing that I found that was problematic, but not too bad, was cavalry. But because I can take so many hits with throwing axemen, up to 5, cavalry eventually are just going to die quickly anyway, because every unit of the 100 and some do hit. I use 15 caravans, no, excuse me, I'm sorry, 10 caravans, 15 on food, 15 on wood, 10 villagers on the run to build as we go, and then the rest are throwing axemen. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free to ask on the forum or ask on my YouTube page, and I'll be happy to answer any questions anybody has about the Norse civilization at all.